Alright, so here we go. So, um, some of the basic tools up here on the screen are, we have our eraser, our measuring tape. If we want to get all the tools, we can go to View, Tool Palettes, and then select Large Tool Set, and then we get all our tools right here on the side. Okay, notice. So, with that, let's go ahead and exit that for right now. Let's change our orbit. The easiest way is change your orbit so you look at it from above. And now we'll try to reconstruct this particular image here. We'll take this and make it three-dimensionally. We can start by constructing a large square that's going to represent this section of the house. So we'll take a square, it will be approximate, it doesn't have to be exact. We'll imagine that the person is standing in bedroom number 2 right now, somewhere around there. Okay, then we'll add this section to the house, so we'll take another square and we'll just put a section right there. Okay, and that's going to represent this room up here. To zoom in or out, just scroll your mouse, scroll the wheel on it, and it should zoom you out. Now to make these little edges here, we'll use the pencil. So we'll go from this point here and here. So notice I'm going to be cutting out this angle here, and notice the red line automatically tells me where I'm at. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that, something like that. And now what we want to do is we want to go ahead and delete these lines. So if we click on this line and press delete on the keyboard, they'll disappear. You can also use the eraser and just click on the lines and it'll also disappear. Alright, so as you can see, our floor plan is somehow or somewhat coming together. See how it resembles these two. The next step will be to make sure all this offsets. We want to delete any kind of lines that are inside of here. Okay, so notice it's blank. Notice when I created a square, it connected it to. So all I had to do was delete the line. The simplest way of creating an outside wall would be to offset the wall that we just created. So to offset, we're going to go ahead and use this tool right up here. This is called offset. So we'll click on it. We'll click the mouse. And now what we want to do is offset it so it looks like a wall. So I would say that looks like a wall to me. Alright, so notice it's just an outline, double outline of our structure so far. And then the next step would be to create some of these walls that are going to be in here. So let's go ahead and start by creating a room, these walls in here to create the dividers. So to create the walls, we can just take a rectangle and put it down, and this rectangle is going to represent a wall for us. If it's too thick right now, it's not a big deal, we can always fix it later. So we'll go ahead and add it to about, let's go here for our room. Okay, so that's the wall right here. Alright, that's the wall we're trying to represent. And then we'll add a wall up here. It's in this wall, so we'll just put another rectangle down. Okay, notice so far all I've done is just added rectangles. And then the final one will be, let's just go ahead and create a wall right here. Okay, so far so good. Back here in the corner, we'll add these two walls that are going to represent the restroom. So once again, we take a rectangle and we put it down. Okay, I'm going to put another rectangle. So notice right now what I've done is I've just created an outline, and then I've also created something that represents these walls inside the house. Okay, the rest of the stuff is components, so we can add that later. The next step to actually constructing the walls will be to delete all the sections here. So I'm going to zoom in real close, and I'll delete all of these sections. So I press delete. So I'm going to make it all one plane. So press delete. Press delete. Keep in mind you can use the eraser for these sections, so I can also just tap on that section right there and it'll delete it for me. Alright, let's go here. So make sure all the sections are deleted. Looks like everything is connected. Good. Okay, the magic of Google SketchUp is now to go ahead and push and pull that. So I'll just highlight the outside section and push and pull. Ta-da! There we go. So here is an outline section that represents all the walls of the structure that we just have on here on this left side. Okay? That's how we create walls in Google SketchUp. Now, to create these openings for the windows here, the easiest way of doing that would be just to put a rectangle in to represent a window, and then we can fill that space with a window. To make it an opening, we can push and pull that section in, and now, actually let's go ahead and do this real quick. Push and pull it back in. To delete any kind of section, you can also click on it. Notice I've clicked on this section, and if I press delete, it'll make it disappear. Okay. So those are just some of the basic ways of deleting planes in Google SketchUp. If something does not work, if something is not working the way it should work, we can always edit, undo it. Okay, so when all else fails, edit, undo. That's the easiest way of taking care of any issue. Okay, so that's how we create outside section right there. All right.